back to Adventures of Japan. If you are new here, my name is Raphael. Call me Mr. Don't Give Up. I am a music educator, a traveler, someone who loves exploring culture through quiet, meaningful moments. Today, we are in Kyoto and we are visiting Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion. This is one of those places that doesn't just look beautiful. It feels like a lesson. So, come with me, let's walk inside together. As we enter, notice how the path prepares you. And yes, that was our receipt, a proof that we are officially allowed to slow down and enjoy this place. The trees, the sound of footsteps. Kyoto has a way of slowing you down before you even see anything. I love this part, the anticipation. It's like the temple is saying, take your time, leave the rush outside. And then, through the trees, there it is, Kinkakuji, the Golden Pavilion. It doesn't shout, it doesn't demand. It just shines, quietly, confidently, like it knows exactly what it is. Every time I see it, I am reminded that beauty doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. One of my favorite things here is the reflection. Look at how the pavilion sits on the water, almost like it's floating between the real world and its own dream. When I stand here, I feel myself breathing differently. Maybe you do too. In Japanese aesthetics, reflection is more than a visual effect. It's a reminder to look inward, to notice what's happening beneath the surface. If you look across the Golden Pavilion, you will notice this large traditional building. It's not a private home. It's part of the Rokonji temple complex. Before the Kinkakuji became a Zen temple, this whole area was the Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu's retirement villa. The Golden Pavilion was just one piece of a much bigger estate. Today, these buildings serve as a living quarters and administrative spaces for the monks who care for the temple. They are close to the public, but they are a reminder that Kinkakuji isn't just a beautiful view. It's a working monastery with a living community behind it. Let's talk about the gold. As we get closer, the Golden Pavilion starts revealing details you can't see from afar. People often ask why the entire pavilion is covered in gold leaf. Up close, the gold leaf isn't just decoration. It's layered by hand, sheet by sheet, using a technique that hasn't changed for centuries. Spiritually, gold represents purity and light, a kind of radiance that doesn't fade. Historically, it was also a symbol of power and prestige. In the sunlight, it doesn't shine in one flat color. It flickers, it breathes. You can see the texture of the wood beneath it, reminding you that this isn't a statue, it's a living building. Look at the balcony rails, the carved phoenix and the roofline, the way the gold contrasts with the deep black lacquer. Every line is intentional. Every surface is meant to reflect not just light, but the world around it. And even though it looks delicate, this structure has survived fires, wars, and time itself. Standing this close, you feel the weight of its history and the quiet confidence of something built to endure. Most people focus on the pavilion, but the grounds tell their own story. Look at the moss, the stones. Nothing here is accidental. Everything is placed with intention. This is one of the things I love about Japanese design, the harmony between human hands and nature. It's not about controlling the environment, it's about collaborating with it. For me, places like these matter even more because I get to share them with my family, friends, and my cherished viewers like you watching this video now. Travel becomes memory, memory becomes story, and one day, these moments will be the stories we tell, the ones that shape how we see the world. I tossed a few coins towards the stone bowl along the path, just like everyone else. What I love about Japan is how even small things like this carry meaning. People pause, take a breath, make a quiet wish, and toss a coin with intention. It's not loud or dramatic. It's gentle, respectful, and part of the everyday culture here. My first coin bounced off the rim, but the next one dropped right in. A tiny bit of luck, a tiny bit of hope, right in the middle of the garden. When I think about Kinkaku-ji, I think about stillness, about the kind of quiet that doesn't feel empty. It feels full, full of history, full of intention, full of light. Did you know the garden around Kinkaku-ji is actually older than the Golden Pavilion itself? Yes. Parts of this landscape date back to the 14th century and have been preserved almost exactly as they were. Even today, the layout is maintained to reflect the original vision of the shogun who designed it. Sometimes we travel to escape. Sometimes we travel to discover. And sometimes we travel to remember who we are when we slow down. This stone is called Kijinto, the seat once used for noble guests. And yes, I sat on it too, not for luck, but to feel that connection to the history and the people who once walked these grounds. Beside that stone seat I mentioned earlier stands the tea house, an important part of the temple's history. This is Sekatei, the tea house of the beautiful evening. A small, humble structure that once hosted noble tea masters. And even an emperor. Its design is simple, but every detail reflects the elegance of the tea ceremony. Standing here, you can almost feel the calm, deliberate atmosphere that once filled this space. Kinkaku-ji doesn't stay with you because it's golden. It stays because it's patient. It invites you to pause, to breathe, to notice the world again. As we approached the exit, the scent of incense drifted through the air. A small temple stood to the side, and people gathered around it in a quiet rhythm. Some enjoying the smoke, others lighting candles, and a few stepping up to strike the bell. Each person tossed a coin into the offering box before bowing their head in prayer. The deep chime of the bell rolled gently through the garden. I paused to capture these moments. Then took a turn myself, dropped a coin, rang the bell, and let the sound settle through me. For a brief moment, I wasn't just passing through. I was part of the scene, part of the calm, part of the Kinkakuji's quiet heartbeat. Nearby, visitors were buying small paper fortunes called omikuji in Japanese. After reading their message, they folded the paper and tied it carefully onto a rope. A simple ritual meant to leave bad luck behind or strengthen good fortune. I watched for a moment, then decided to take part as well. I drew my own fortune, read it quietly, and tied it alongside the others. It felt like adding my own small hope to the countless wishes already fluttering in the breeze. At the very exit, the atmosphere softened once more. Some visitors paused to take a final bow, while others stopped at the small shrine tucked beside the gate, offering one last prayer before stepping out. It was a quiet, almost gentle way of saying goodbye to the space, a final moment of gratitude before returning to the world outside. As we stepped out through the final gate, the sounds of Kinkakuji faded behind us. The bell, the prayers, the quiet footsteps. It's a place that stays with you long after you leave. Thank you for walking with me today. If you enjoyed this walk through Kyoto, make sure to subscribe for more peaceful moments and more adventures across Japan. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and ring the bell for future notifications. I am always Mr. Don't Give Up, and I will see you in the next one.